Hi everyone, it's Tona Brown. I want to talk to you and get your feedback about men who are attracted to trans women or trans attracted men. I want to talk briefly about how I feel about trans attracted men and their relevance to our movement in general, and our plight to be seen as equal, and the fact that they are pretty much non existent on the forefront of the media or just speaking out in general. It's a problem. Okay, first and foremost, I have been engaged a number of times, I won't say, and I've run like the plague over and over again because I would find out that someone I was with, and all except for one, had issues with people knowing that I was transgendered. Now, people are going to ask, you're a public figure, so why would they contact you anyway? It happens all the time. You wouldn't believe it. Or even after you tell someone, hey, this is what I do, I'm out, this, it still doesn't really hit them what that really means until they're with you. Now, we have found that most trans attracted men are the alpha males. They're heterosexual. Sometimes you might find a gentleman that's bisexual, but they are attracted to women, and oftentimes women of trans experience, whether it's preoperative or postoperative. They love femininity. They are usually the athletes and the roguish, jockish type of men. Now, I have no issues with that. What I do have an issue with, these same type of men and their mentality is such that they do not want anyone to know about their attraction. This is a problem because for those of us that are advocating for change, if we're telling people that we're just like everyone else, many of us have been married or engaged or whatever the case may have been, then how are we going to be able to share ourselves with the world if you, being the trans attracted man, if you are not speaking up either? It doesn't make any sense. You're not alone. There are millions of men that are trans attracted. Most of them would never tell anyone, and I'm not trying to say that you should in every situation. That's your personal business. I don't need to know what anyone does in their bedroom. But when we're trying to fight for equality, we need more of you to step up. You can't have any sort of phenomenal person that does not have a partner. We're in partnership with each other, and it should not be okay for me to be with you and for you to stay on the DL while I'm out and proud. I don't really necessarily agree with that. And some of you may have comments about that, and I can't wait to hear them. Um, I decided in all of those situations and my long term relationships, whenever I found that there was an issue with that as a core to the person, I had to leave because I knew where I was going in life. I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I knew that one day many people were going to know who I am, whether it was millions or whether it was 1,000 or whatever, because I'm an artist. And so, even though these gentlemen pretended or thought that they could handle it, many of them couldn't. And when you would get in these conversations with them, it was just like, oh, well, why do we have to disclose anything? No, we don't have to, but why should we not? It's not the fact that I walk around with a banner on my head and just like, hey, but it's something to think about. And no strong woman should be without a strong man if you're heterosexual, or what have you. And vice versa. You need to have that balance. And so I'm looking for trans attracted men to come together, to stand firm, and to proclaim their attraction, and to also, if they need to, get the counseling that's needed so that they can be stronger individuals to deal with what society is going to throw at you. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some weird comments and stuff that are going to be posted on this video from haters and homophobes and homo thugs or whatever. You're going to have all kinds of stuff, but that doesn't matter when it's just you and that person laying next to each other, taking care of each other in a relationship. So I really want to get your feedback on this subject. Again, this is about trans attracted men. This is about men in general because there isn't a straight man out there that I've met that has not come across one trans woman that they've been attracted to. What you're attracted to is femininity and bodies, shapes, and men are very visual. Um, and in the right situation, they will be with you, especially sexually. But what we're talking about is relationship wise and how we can grow and help each other to heal through the process of dealing with society's very negative attitude about trans relationships, particularly those between trans women and um, and men. You see it all the time. It's in the media all the time. Celebrities, what was it, Eddie Murphy and a number of other people have come across trans women that they were attracted to. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that our biggest allies have always been people that were more open, but I find that women, in particularly, a lot of cisgendered women have issues with knowing that their men could possibly be attracted to a woman like me or like any of my friends. And I'm here to tell you that not only are they attracted to us, but they're sleeping with us and they're sleeping with you. So it's best to get to know us and understand instead of throwing all the hatred towards us, because that's not going to help you. Because if you're married and your husband is cheating with a trans woman or what have you, it's happening. It's happening by the millions. There's too many sites. There's too many men out here that are seeking it. It is a huge thing. It's been going on since the beginning of time. But what we need to do is see these same men who are willing to sleep with you to come out and say, look, this is what my preference is. And I don't care what anyone has to say about it. This is my boo, or whatever, whichever, language or however you say it. And I'm okay with it. So who cares what the rest of the world has to say? In other cultures, it's not an issue, but it's definitely an issue here in America. So I want to hear your opinion. I think this is a great subject to talk about, and I look forward to seeing your comments. All right, bye. Until next time.